When the old biker showed up at the funeral, everyone went silent. He wasn't supposed to be alive. Rain hammered down on Oak Ridge Cemetery, exploding against black umbrellas and granite headstones. Sarah Mitchell stood at her mother's grave, 19 years old and alone. The preacher's words drowned in the storm. Her mother was gone. And with her went every answer Sarah never had the courage to ask. Then she heard it. The rumble of a '67 Triumph Bonneville cutting through rain. Every head turned. Through the gates came a figure on a motorcycle, water streaming off worn leather. The bike stopped 50 feet away. Engine cut. In the silence, only rain and shallow breaths. The man who climbed off looked ancient. 70, maybe older. Cracked leather jacket, torn jeans, wild gray beard. But his eyes stopped Sarah cold. When he looked at her, it wasn't a stranger's gaze. It was someone who'd known her forever. If you believe every daughter deserves the truth and every father deserves a chance to explain, hit subscribe now. Because what this old writer told Sarah shattered everything she knew about love and sacrifice. Sarah's voice came sharp. Who are you? His hands shook. Jack Mitchell. I'm your father. The world tilted. Her mother said he died before Sarah was born. Motorcycle accident. Sarah had visited his grave, left flowers on a stone reading Jackson Mitchell, 1970 to 2005. You're lying. My father's dead. His face crumpled. Your mother didn't lie. The man she knew did die. The night you were born. 20 years earlier. Jack Mitchell, 25, rode with Hell's Angels, running territory with men who lived by codes older than law. That's when he met Catherine, 23, working nights at a truck stop diner to pay for nursing school. She had soft hands and a sharp tongue, and the way she looked at him made Jack feel like maybe he could be more than just another outlaw on a bike. Jack fell hard and fast. They got a small apartment together in a building with broken windows but intact dreams. Catherine got pregnant. Jack promised her he'd leave the club, get clean, be the man she deserved and the father their child needed. But promises made in the dark have a way of disappearing when morning comes. Because Jack's club was at war. The Iron Skulls, a rival gang from Nevada, wanted Hell's Angels territory. They wanted blood and revenge. Catherine was 8 months pregnant when the ambush happened. Jack was on a run when Iron Skulls hit them on a desert highway. Muzzle flashes in the dark. 3 brothers died. Jack survived with a bullet in his shoulder and an impossible choice. 2 days later, Reaper, Iron Skull's leader, came to Jack's hospital room. Sat down, smiled like death. Work for us or that girl and baby die. Jack stared. I'll kill you. Reaper laughed. My boys know where she sleeps. Think about that baby, Jackie. Make the right choice. Sarah was born October 14, 2005, 3:47 a.m. Jack held her 17 minutes. Counted every second. When her fingers wrapped his thumb, something inside broke and rebuilt. He knew what he had to do. That night Jack told his brothers his plan. Fake his death. Burned motorcycle, closed casket. Iron Skulls would believe it. Catherine would believe it. Sarah would be safe. So Jack Mitchell died. Real funeral. Catherine holding baby Sarah, crying. Jack watched from 200 yards in the trees. Watched her break. Hated himself. But he didn't leave. He became a ghost. 19 years. Jack lived 3 towns over under the name James Parker. Construction work paid in cash, trailer park on the edge of town, rode his bike only at night when shadows could hide him. But every single day, without fail, he drove back to Oak Ridge. And every single day, he watched his daughter grow up from a careful distance, close enough to protect, far enough to stay invisible. First steps in the park, Catherine laughing and clapping with pure joy. First day kindergarten, pink backpack bouncing as she climbed on the yellow school bus. First bike, first scraped knee, first tears wiped away. He kept a journal, a worn leather notebook that became his only connection to her. Photos taken from distance with a telephoto lens, stolen report cards he'd carefully returned to the mailbox, birthday cards he wrote but could never send. 18 cards stored in a box under his bed, 18 years of words she'd never read. When Sarah was 15, a boy broke her heart. Jack watched her cry on the porch, Catherine holding her. Jack sat in his truck 2 blocks away, gripping the wheel, wanting to walk up there. But the skulls were still hunting. When Catherine got cancer last year, Jack came every night after Sarah left. Sat by her bed, held her hand while she slept. One night she woke. Jack. He touched her lips. I'm here. Always been here. You stayed. Never left. 2 weeks later she died. No one left to tell Sarah the truth. So Jack went to the funeral. Standing in rain, Sarah stared. Jack pulled out his journal. Look. Photos. Hundreds. Her at 5 building sandcastles. 10 riding bikes. Graduation in blue cap and gown. Every moment documented by a ghost. You were there, she whispered. He nodded, tears mixing with rain. Always there. Every recital. Every game. Watched you become incredible. Killed me, I couldn't be part of it. Why didn't you come back? His voice broke. Men who wanted you dead are still out there. If they knew I lived, they'd use you against me. So you watched? 19 years? Yes. That's not love. That's cowardice. He flinched. Didn't argue. Maybe. But it kept you alive. 2 weeks later Sarah noticed things. Black van outside her apartment. Men asking questions at work. Door ajar when she came home. She called Jack. They know. Pack a bag. Jack showed up with 5 old bikers, his brothers. Took her to a safe house. Told her everything. The ambush. The threat. 19 years hiding. Reaper's been waiting for me to slip, Jack said. Now he has leverage. What does he want? Watch you die. Next morning, a note. Midnight. Route 66, mile marker 187. You and the girl. You're not going, Jack said. Yes I am. Let's end this together. Midnight. Route 66. Desert stretched under black sky. 20 iron skulls waited, engines rumbling, headlights blazing. Reaper in center, scarred smile. Jack and Sarah rode up. In the rocks, Jack's brothers waited. They'd made FBI calls. Reaper laughed. The girl looks like Mama. Jack stepped forward. This ends tonight. Reaper pulled a gun. I want you to suffer. Lights hit. FBI. State Police. ATF. Dozens of vehicles screaming in. Feds wanted Reaper 15 years. Reaper aimed at Sarah. Jack dove. Shot rang out. Jack hit ground, blood spreading across shoulder. But Sarah was safe. Reaper on knees, agents swarming. Over. 3 months later. Tattoo parlor. Artist held up mirror. Sarah's wrist showed motorcycle with angel wings. Jack's wrist, same. For 19 years watching over me, Sarah said. For all years ahead, Jack finished. Outside, bikes side by side. She climbed on, kicked engine, looked at her father. Ready? She smiled. Let's ride. Father and daughter, down the open road. If this reminded you love isn't always loud, that greatest sacrifices are ones nobody sees, hit like and subscribe. Drop blue heart if you believe second chances are worth fighting for. Family isn't being present every day. It's being there when it matters most. Sometimes people we think abandoned us were the ones who never left.